Crimson Desert, the game that was announced 5 years ago. This game has been a long time coming, with a lot of information and actual gameplay to show off what the game is all about. We'll condense all that in this video, so sit tight, enjoy, and don't forget to sub up, and we'll share something special about the game at the end of the video. Let's get into it.
The branch masters put a generous bounty on your head. 1 whole gold piece.
Seems a bit low.
Low, you cheeky cunt.
As for the combat, Crimson Desert seems to be taking the no class approach, which is normal for a single player game. You'll have multiple different weapons with the weapon wheel, as you can see. The weapon wheel isn't even full, so I'm assuming you can get even more weapons. Okay, so here you can see we're charging into battle. You can see the NPCs physically running away from the enemy as their village is getting raided by bandits. Here you can see a station where you can get a refill of your equipment of sorts.
Changing supplies. Also, catch your breath. Yes, good to go.
Quite a cool animation.
Shine upon you.
Enemies jumping from the roof. Okay, so you can grab people and throw them down. Right, so this is the bow in action, not an ordinary bow. It depends on the type of ammo you use though. Here you can see it in action again. A lot of NPCs. Got a lot of cool different animations. Even special attacks as well. Here you can see the heavy hitters. A lot of particle effects on screen. We're sure gonna need a beefy PC to run this game. I'm assuming at least. Oh man, this just gets me hyped up. We can kick the goblins around. Man, when I play this game, I'm just gonna spam that ability on every single goblin I see. I think we're the one that got hit by the explosion. Do have healing potions as well. Assuming something like Elden Ring. This dude's playing WWE. Man, these kicking animations, they never end. There's always a new animation. We can see the shield bash gonna be useful versus enemies with shields, since you can stagger them. Well, going ham with the WWE again. So you can stagger even bosses with the kick and stuff like that. I want to point out the attention to detail. You can see the enemies lighting on fire when they step on the fire on the ground. That's insane. All around just top tier atmosphere, man. You can really feel that this is a castle siege. The fact that there's everywhere fires, the lighting is just on point. There are different types of dragons in the game that you can mount up and actually use in combat. One of the elements that I feel like a lot of game devs sleep on is high quality sound design. It's one of those things where you really don't notice it that much, but when it's done right, it really pops. For the people that played New World, you'll know exactly what I mean. I'll stop talking for a second and really let you appreciate how good and immersive this sound design really is here. I want to point out to really pay attention to the footsteps. When you start walking on the wood, you can hear the wood. When you start walking on the mud, you can really hear it that you're on the mud. Even something simple as opening the door has good quality sound effects. So yeah guys, check this out. We can take down full-on archer towers. There's a lot more than just archer towers that you can destroy. There's another building that can be destroyed. Loot exploding everywhere. And oh boy, did they ever cook with this one. If you saw the full boss fights released on their official YouTube page, You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the boss fights in the game. And let me tell you, some of these fights look like they're straight out of a cinematic trailer. And to top it all off, the game does not seem to be the type that copy and paste enemies all around the world. There are a lot of diverse enemies, so that means the combat will differ from one boss fight to the next and will make it more memorable for us, which is a great thing for us. Got a wide range of mini games and puzzle type stuff in the game. I won't show too much since most of it is spoilers, but here you can see you can fire a cannon at the buildings. This game is, you're kind of in a siege warfare, so yeah, you can see the buildings physically destruct as well when you hit them. That's quite cool. The devs even placed a lock strategically so you can get over to this place quicker. We have grappling as well. Quite polished as well, it seems. And a little bit of climbing. Now then, this story. So this did shift into a single player game from an MMO, so the story has to be amazing, right? From what we can see, it falls nothing short of amazing. I won't spoil the story. Let's just say there's a lot of big spoilers already out there. Seem to be set in a Nordic type of story, which is very out of the ordinary for a Korean company. But I'm glad they went with this choice, because this style of story will hit the Western audience a lot better than if it was a completely Asian MMO. And let me tell you something, the acting in this game is top tier. Check this out.
Oh, mighty Solomon, you have sent your apostle to me.
No, your friend sent me. You're the healer?
By Solomon's light, I knew they would never forsake me. Oh, how blessed I am for such friendship.
Do you know who torched your house?
You're damn right I do. Those scrotum-sucking blasphemers! Oh, Light's mercy, my apologies. The Lord's fury just flows through me.
Here we can see Cliff coming in just in time to the rescue to save his comrade. Quite a cool cutscene as well.
Situation?
The Tuncoat's taken the castle.
And Stefan?
I'll have to take it back. Won't be easy. Odds are against him.
I gotta say, back when I knew so little about this game, since BDO, their previous game, had such little amount of story. I mean, the game was basically one of the only MMOs that had legit zero storyline. This was the biggest surprise out of the company for me, because I just didn't expect them to pull off such a good story. Next up, let's point out the obvious. This game has amazing graphics, top tier. Absolutely top tier actually. Really shines in the lighting. As you can see here, when it's dark, it's very dark. But when you go outside, the true sunlight is very bright. The reflections on the floor is amazing. You can see here the lighting from the lanterns really shows that this is not natural light here. In the room with the candles, the light is very appropriate for the scene. You open the chest, there's a lot of light that comes out. Graphical fidelity and particles are top tier here. See a cool portal opening up. Won't spoil that. However, it's hard not to show just a little bit to show you how cool it actually is when you travel through portals in this game. Man, it's weird because somehow they make this not immersion breaking. In my opinion, ties into the story very well. Here we can see the sunset, very cool. I mean sunrise, and the reason I know it's sunrise is because on the bottom left we can see it's 4:17 AM. Slight mist in the air as well since it's morning. Some leaves here and there around the trees falling on the ground. We can see cliff coming into the big city. This verticality on the city is insane. I love that everything's just not on a flat playing field. There are actual mountains, some crows on the right on the distance. One thing that this game does very well is it shows you off in the distance. It makes you want to explore the map. That is a very powerful tactic that this game has. That's a good way to keep players excited and wanting more. All types of NPCs walking in through the city. Beautiful lighting. Even the floor, man, they make rocks look good somehow. Oh man, this looks like a Skyrim but on steroids. You know, those heavily modded Skyrims NPCs. I guess these NPCs know me. Little birds on the roof. Yeah, even their flying pattern is different because they're little. Pigeon even, man, how many birds do they have in this game? Talking about birds here. I don't know how they managed to make this game in the time frame that they did. It took a long time, but usually games that take 5+ years to make, even 7, they don't end up this good. It's a nice change of pace because there were a lot of disappointing games come out recently. I think the last big one was Elden Ring, which this game no doubt took heavy inspiration from. It's not a clone by any means, it's its own thing, but it saw the successes and the potential of single player games if done right. The world of Crimson Desert truly feels like a living place when it comes to the NPCs. This topic deserves 3 sections, so we'll split it up and cover them all in detail one by one. NPCs talk about world events that are currently happening depending on which point of the story you're at. Sometimes they'll even approach you talking about the current situation. Mind you, these are not quests, these are just normal NPCs living their daily life.
The cannon had to fuck up at a time like this.
Here we can see the situation of the citizens of the town that ended up being homeless. Some of them lost their parents. You can see a couple of kids chasing us here since they have no parents. Even Cliff showing some sympathy there.
Just my luck to have to live through a war.
You see a bunch of NPCs ready for war here. Just look at that distance, those mountains and that dirt up in the distance over there.
Expect nothing less.
Marshal.
It's so smooth how they introduce the NPCs to the story. It really ties in the immersion together. See the soldiers preparing for war, training.
We need more tents to treat the wounded.
Sure, how it's done.
They want to learn from the best. NPCs don't just revolve around your decisions, they have set tasks which is diverse enough to keep you intrigued. Pearl Abyss truly managed to make NPCs feel alive, which speaks about the passion of the project, because it takes a lot of detailed work to pull that off. With Crimson Desert being a hybrid fantasy game, that gives it the advantage of added races. Even amongst towns and villages, you don't just see normal humans living there. From what we currently saw, there's at the very least humans, orcs, giants and goblins at the very least. Now we talked about NPCs in Crimson Desert, but it doesn't just stop there. One of the key factors that makes this world alive is the animals. You can see them legit everywhere. Now it's impossible to list them all, seeing how much there really are, but here's a healthy list of them. Now, first of all, we were talking about diversity. Here we can see a group of travelers on the road. And let's really take this in. There's humans, there's donkey, there's a full bull with a lot of sacks on his back. I think it's an orc, it's kind of a giant. Now this clip here, we really want to break this down because there's a lot of detail in a small amount of time. First of all, we go out into the world. We see a letter. We take it out of our pocket. We physically go into first person to read the letter. So, slight translation. Now then, let's take this all in. You can see the crows on top of the building. They're not just flying in the air, they physically land on the buildings as well. Kids playing, chickens eating off the ground, a lot of people trying to sell. There's that guy trying to sell the flowers over there. A lot of chickens running around, even trying to fly a bit. You can see that this area is quite kind of a market. You can see a cat and a dog at the same time. We can see our horse physically going down to the ground so we can get on his back easily. It's a very cool interaction. I never actually saw that in the game. Now your horse can get knocked back and damaged, as you can see there with the ragdoll physics. And to round out the NPC section, I wanted to show you guys how much NPCs actually interact with each other, talking about what just happened during the war.
Now there's a bloody war.
You can see the people
What happens to my soul?
real talking about the sorrows.
You're new here, aren't you? My belongings. Even my body.
Mind you, this is not a
Everything's
quest,
gone.
this is just normal
do I
NPCs
go on?
talking. There's a full-on pig over there. There's no doubt that the game has amazing graphics. I mean, we are talking about the creators of Black Desert Online here, the game that came out 10 years ago and still looks amazing to this day. But Crimson Desert took this to the next step with the next wave of games coming out in UE5. There's no doubt that graphics look amazing from most AAA games. However, Crimson Desert doesn't just stop at graphical fidelity, it focuses in the stuff around it, which really ties into the immersion. I'm talking about the physics and how physical objects interact with you.
Light, the beacon of victory. And when all is said and done, let's have a drink.
Here you can see Cliff actually drawing his bow and using the torch to light his arrow on fire. This helps him to light the log pile on fire and signaling for his comrades. Next, when you're in a forest area, you can see the leaves actually falling. It's not completely confirmed, but we do know that there's some type of weather system. It could be in autumn where you find more leaves falling, and in different areas as well. In the fight with Splithorn, you can see the NPCs around you physically moving when you get too close to them or knocking them back. You can even throw around the boss, as you can see in this clip, with destructible environment around you. Even the whole carriage disappeared. Here you can see Cliff riding through the battlefield. You can see the cape, majestic as ever, floating, bouncing in the wind. We got a couple of cool environment clips. See the difference RTX makes on the water. It truly is a massive difference. The fog, I don't know what fog they use, but god damn, it reacts to the player. You can see here just general all-around physics collision, the cloth in the wind, even the hair on the horse. When you ride through the bushes, they actually move with you, as you can see here. I want to thank anyone that made it till this point of the video. This video took a long time to research and get all this information, so a sub would really help out. However, we said that we had something special at the end of the video. It's this guy carrying a huge fish on his back. No, I'm kidding, guys. I want you guys to see this for yourself. So I'll end the video off with this last bit. Thanks for watching, guys.
Was this? I can't believe it.
So please, honor Jian's will.
I asked if you know Jen.
That's a large request. Wait, there's someone ahead.
Shall we walk together?
Who are you?
I am White Crow. A guardian of the Abyss, if you will.
Abyss?
You can call it the Cradle of Providence. It serves as a bridge between Providence and the world.
Is there a reason you waited for me?
Aliston wishes to repay the kindness shown to him. Have you ever imagined flying? I hope you are not easily frightened.
Are you telling me to jump from here?
Don't worry. It's only one step.
That step better not lead to the afterlife.